There's a slightly elderly man who I'm sure from watching social media and watching television became completely upset with the NDC communicator who threw the invectives on JA Kuffour and even said things he shouldn't say. And up till now, and correct me viewers if there's been any apology or there's been anything rendered by the NDC, up till now, and tonight I'm going to play the Budon video. And I will say that 48 hours after the video, the guy was dismissed from the NDC. And I said it before, up until now, this Huntor young man is completely insulted President Kuffour. They allowed them something started. Then Huntor came. They completely insulted President Kuffour and said something they shouldn't say. It's not just about President Kuffour. It's an upset to the Ghanaian culture. And it's a total upset to the politics that we want for the future. Up until now, nobody has said anything. Now, nobody in the NDC has said anything about it. Now, this man, who is elderly, had this to say. Have a look.
Adam on XYZ TV. I want Adam and his NDC to know that disability is anybody's lot. Even if you die, your corpse is prone to disability until the corpse is dismantled by termites in your grave. For a communicator of a party that is seeking the mandate of Ghanaians to rule this country, to say this shameful statement means that when they come to power, they will relegate the persons with disability even below the barest minimum. This is against the UN Convention on Persons with Disability. This is very surprising, very disappointing, very unfortunate, very condemnable, and very unethical. We, the persons with disability, must rise up now.
Persons with disability must rise up now. Now, this is famous US President Franklin Roosevelt, who was, for the time that he was president, actually disabled and sat in a wheelchair. This is Roosevelt, I believe, with one of his grandchildren. Put a photograph up. This American President Franklin Roosevelt. I'm just telling Huntor, the NDC communicator, that there's nothing really wrong with these things. This is another very distinguished man, disabled, in a wheelchair. Here you are, Jimmy Carter, the former president of the United States, in a wheelchair. And so there's nothing wrong with people who grow and age, and as a result of that, they have to be in a wheelchair. There's nothing wrong with that. If God blesses you and you have the grace of God for strength, you may not be in a wheelchair, but that's entirely by the grace of God. But this young man sat in the studio and said the most horrendous things about the former president on the account that the former president had endorsed the candidate of his party.